Hey Flosstube, it's Zoe. I am back with you for Flosstube number 2. This is actually also my second time recording this. I recorded it earlier today when I had better light, and then I was watching back over it for editing purposes and realized that I missed so much information. I missed like entire finishes, so take 2. This time I've got a list. We'll see if this goes better. So like I said, I'm Zoe. I live in Philadelphia. Welcome if you are just joining me for my second video, or my third video, second regular Flosstube. Welcome back if you watched either of my first 2 videos. Thanks for watching those, and thanks for coming back for more time with me. I will put some cards or links or whatever for those. You can find those, you know how to find them. Also, I wanted to say a thank you to the Ogie Stitcher on YouTube for the shout out in your Flosstube. I super enjoyed your Flosstube, and I really appreciated the shout out, so thank you for that. And I'm loving all of the comments and just the fun interactions both here and on Instagram around stitching. It's super fun and rewarding already. Just like some life updates real quick. So still winter break. Today is Saturday. Oh my gosh, what day is it? December 30th. And I'm an educator, as I mentioned in my first video, in the K-12 world, which is also why you're just seeing me talk with my hands and you're not seeing my face right now. Students plus social media, I feel like it's better this way, at least for now. And so I've been on winter break, as have my kids. I have 2 teenage boys. Well, one's a preteen, one's 12, soon to be 13, and the other's 14. So we've just been hanging around, and it's been really nice to just be home and relaxing. And we did a little adventuring. We went down to Reading Terminal Market, some fun stuff like that. So that's been super fun. We had a really nice Christmas too. We celebrate Christmas, but we're pretty casual celebrators. But it was nice. We already pitched our Christmas tree. It was starting to bother me, like the smell and allergies, so that's gone. Anyway, let's dive into the Flosstube content. So I've got a couple of UFOs to tell you about. I've got a couple of FFOs, a finished object that is not FFO'd yet, and 2 whips, and also a new start. So pretty good set of things here. So let's dive in. Let's start with the UFOs. So I mentioned this in my last video, but I started the Snowflakes and Stars SAL, which was with Climb and Goat Designs, and it was a beautiful SAL. No fault with the designer. It was lovely. I love the pieces. This is exactly the same as I showed you before, but I love what I did. I have learned through this and another attempt with a blackwork project that I just am not a SAL person. I don't know. I just want to work on what I want to work on, what I want to do it. I will show you what the finished product of this is intended to look like. It is really pretty. So a beautiful SAL. I love what I've got. Not going to finish this. Just going to hang it somewhere, maybe like finish it a little bit in maybe a smaller hoop, and then hang it probably somewhere in my sewing room. So that's one UFO. And then I also mentioned this one my last video. This is a thistle pattern that I was going to work on as a gift for a friend who hosted me and my older son in Scotland over the summer, where they moved from the US. And I started it on the kit fabric with the kit threads, as you can see here, and I just don't like the colors. And I was trying to trust the process and keep going, but I don't like it. So I'm not going to finish it. I'm thinking something else for that friend, maybe something coffee related. Not sure. So I'm gonna keep what I've got for now in the bag in case, in the future I change my mind, but for now it's a UFO. I'll probably say a UFO. All right, a couple of FFOs, fully finished objects for you. The first one is just kind of for fun. This is a throwback FFO, and it's barely FFO'd. It's probably not even really FFO'd. But this is a project I did for my older son when he was like 6 or 7, and so like 7 years ago. It was just a quick little gift for him. It wasn't something I put, as you can tell, a whole lot of time into, because I'm kind of a selfish stitcher often, unless there's like a project I really want to do that's not my style, and then I will do it and gift it. But at the time, he was really into Jurassic Park. So some of this is from patterns that I think I got on Etsy, and then like pixel art. There's tons of those. And then some of them I design or modify myself, or I don't remember. I think this guy I don't really remember, but I know I did some modifications or created a whole new dinosaur or something myself in one of the online free programs. So I did, and I also did, I think I did the lettering. I added the lettering. It wasn't in the design that I found. So this is Life Finds a Way, and it lives outside my younger son's room, just in the hallway. the worst finishing job ever. I hate this frame. It's so ugly, and it's just construction paper that is faded behind it. But, you know, for a present, quick present for a then 6 or 7-year-old who was obsessed with Jurassic Park, it definitely served its purpose. So I just wanted to share that one with you for some entertainment value. Okay, so some real FFOs. So I didn't show these. These I finished, I think in November. I might have done, yeah. I think they were both. This one might have been finished in December. I didn't show them last time just because they were on the tree. Now that the tree's down, I saved them to show you. So these are just teeny tiny little ornaments. They are the snowman and the poinsettia. And they are over 2, there's just 1 over 2 on scraps of 40 count Heartland linen. So that's those. That was left over from my love letters project that I showed in the first episode. And they're just backed with pieces of quilting cotton that were left over from a quilt that I made, and just super rough, tied on some DMC etoile. I think I'm gonna add little ear charms on here, maybe do a nicer job, maybe with like a ribbon or something, but quick and dirty, got them done, hung up on the tree. This one took a while because it's a lot of tiny coverage. But I like them. I like how they turned out. Kind of quick, easy projects. These are the frames that they're in. I have no idea where I got these. Probably at like a Michael's or similar. But I have a couple packs of them still, so maybe I'll make some more or something else at some point. So they're in those frames, and then the patterns are from this book that I think I also probably picked up at the same time as the frames at Michael's or wherever it was that I bought them at that time. So it's 101 Christmas Minis from Leisure Arts, and I looked online. You can still find this. It's like anywhere from like $5 to $10 depending on where you buy it. It has just tons, 101 obviously, different tiny little Christmas patterns. So you can see I've got some flagged here that I haven't done yet that I might do in the future. In addition to the 2 I showed you, I made this one a number of years ago as a gift. This I don't know how to say that. I took French, but I can't remember. Noel one. I did different colors, and I gave that one to a family member a couple years ago. So those are the only 3 from here I've done. There's a few more that I would like to do maybe next year. I ran out of steam for this year. So that's another FFO set. And then the FFO that I totally forgot existed was this one. So I showed you this as a finished object that was not FFO'd last video. So this is the Christmas Tiny Town from Hands On Design, I think. And I finished it just into this super simple, this is actually that same fabric left over from the quilts as on the ornaments that I showed you. Just finished it into a super simple little mini pillow, and it's been sitting in our entryway, and I really love it, even more than I did when it was finished. Now that it's FFO'd, I love it. I think it's adorable, very festive. And now I'm motivated to have other small objects that are seasonal that I can put in that location. Yeah, so that's super fun. That's the other one. Oh, and then in the last video, I showed you my love letters piece that I had put in a frame. I did take it, I just, in case it was bothering you, like it was bothering me, I did take it out of the frame, press it, and put it back more nicely in the frame. So it's hanging up now, but it looks much better than it did in the video, in case that was bothering you. So those are my FFOs. And then I have one finished object that is not FFO'd, which is the other Tiny Town. So I will put, I'll put a picture up here. I am also remembering now, I'm learning as I do this, that I need to take pictures of pieces in progress for each video to reference in the next video. So I just have a kind of janky screenshot from the previous video that shows you where I was on this. Here it is now. It is all done. I like how it turned out. I did not put the included beads on here. I used the DMC conversion that came in the pattern rather than the fancy threads. Oh my goodness, one of my French knots for the eyeballs disappeared. It's a one-eyed owl. I'll consider fixing that. That's hilarious. I wonder how that happened and where it went. Mysteries abound. Anyway, the only color that I changed was this kind of tan goldish color. here that only appears in the owl's belly, and then I think it might be the same color that's in the windows here, but I think those are the only two spots it shows up. And the one, oh, it's right here too. The one that was in the DMC conversion was like indistinguishable to me pretty much from the rest of the owl. So I chose a different one from stash and made it lighter. Other than that, and the lack of beads, it is true to the pattern. And I like how it turned out. I'm gonna do the same finishing as with the Christmas one. I just didn't have a piece of Halloween fabric or black and white fabric that was the right size to finish it. So I did interface the back, but it's just hanging out. Otherwise, waiting for me to find some fabric, which probably won't happen until next fall, and then it'll be a little Halloween cushion. So that is my finished object from last time. So then I've got 2 whips to show you. Well, I've got 2 whips to discuss. I really only have one to show you, and then one that's a new start and also a whip. So let me grab those. Ooh, banging into stuff. Okay, so I gotta reach behind me to grab the bags. Okay, so this one is also a little preview of my next video, which I'll tell you about at the end of this one. This is how I'm storing my projects right now. This is Tapestry by Ink Circles. I showed you this in Flosstube number 1. I have not touched it since then, so no progress to show you. I have been feeling kind of an itch to get back to this one though, so stay tuned. Maybe we'll see some progress on that soon. And then the other whip I have is Having for This Times, which I still don't know how to say, by Long Dog Samplers. So I'll put a picture again here, screenshot from the last video of where I was when I showed it to you before. And I made some decent progress on this. So this is on a 36 count antique white and Berg linen that I got from 123 Stitch. And it's in DMC 517. And I think I'm on skein 3 of my DMC, I think. So this is where I am now. So I've made some progress, pretty good progress on here. I'm pretty happy with that. So I think the last time I was just starting on this motif, so I finished all the way down to here, including the border. And I also came back up over here. So I was like, I had gone like kind of, well, I had done all of this motif, but then starting above here, I had done this half only. So I came in and started this half working this direction. So my plan is to continue going this direction until I hit the corner and then work down so that this whole top section is finished, and then work on the bottom to finish. So that's this. This goes pretty quickly once I get into it. And this one is one I work on a lot, like after work in the evenings, because no color changes is kind of a nice thing. So yeah, I'm pleased with that one. Still had some work to do, but it's coming along. And then my new start, and I guess from now on whip, is, where is it? Here it is. It is this one. So this is, try not to crinkle too much. This is Fiona Rutherford Sampler 1866 from The Wishing Thorn. Let me bring it up a little closer. So it's this teeny tiny little sampler. And that was one of the things that drew me to it, was how teeny tiny it is. Small things are fun sometimes. Although I'll show you the house, which is, the smallness of that is kind of giving me pause. So I bought the kit for this. So it came with, all the charts and information. It came with the fabric, which is a 32 count Belfast Vintage Country Mocha linen. And it's stitched 1/1 on this. So that is what makes it so teeny tiny. And then it also came with the 4 colors of DMC that are used for this project. So these are the 4 colors. So super, super pretty. I like the kind of jewel muted vibes going on there. So this is a needle like halfway through a stitch, because I was working on this before I started filming. So this is where I'm at. I've made some really good progress on this with winter break time to sit and stitch. And this is mainly what I've been working on, with some breaks spent on that long dog piece I just showed you. So the alphabets are almost all done. I just need to finish up the W and then do the X and the Y. And then there's another like border here. This is a floral motif. And then there's the house at the bottom that has some trees. So here's the picture again. So I need to do these flowers, finish out these 2 lines, and then do the house and the trees down here. So I think that this will be a finish pretty soon. This house, I started it because I wanted to break from letters, and oh my goodness, it is gonna take me a while, I think. All those teeny tiny little fill stitches, it's gonna take me some time, but we'll see how fast this gets done. I am happy with it. I love it. I'm gonna probably frame it the same exact frame as I did love letters. I think it'll fit, and then maybe put those near each other in the hallway and in the stairs in our front steps in our house. So that is super fun. Both a new start since I last saw you and now a whip. So that's that. I'm gonna put that over to the side. And then what else did I want to tell you about? So I'm not gonna show you any full haul today. I've been like, I did a video that was like a shot, it showed, I went to my goodness, I drove out to a LNS, a local needlework shop that's about 40 minutes away from me, and I did a Flosstube extra showing some pictures from that trip and what I bought there. I've got some other stuff since then, before then, but I'm not gonna, it's kind of all packed away and organized now, so we're not gonna look at that specifically. But I did want to show you this one thing that I got, which is this DVD, which is hilarious to me. So this came about because I was watching other Flosstubes, as you do, and got into a conversation with the Southern Yankee Stitcher on Flosstube, because she showed this sampler that she has as a whip, called the Dover sampler, and I will put an image of it here so that you can see that. And as soon as she showed it, I instantly fell in love with the sampler. So I commented and I was like, oh, I love that. Where is it from? And she said to check out this series that's available only on DVD. So this is the complete collection of this Sampler and Antique Needlework Quarterly. I've heard other people mention it since then as well, this DVD, and this is the format that it comes in. So I had to buy both of the DVD, which is like $50 in the US, I want to say. So not cheap, but it has a ton of content. So 80 issues of this quarterly magazine that have multiple patterns per issue, as well as articles. I had to buy this, and I had to buy a external DVD player to plug into my laptop because I don't have anything that plays DVDs. And I used to have an external DVD player for my laptop, for an older laptop that I got rid of. So that was cheaper actually than the DVD was. But they both came today, and I was super excited and pulled it out, and lo and behold, found the Dover sampler. And it is in issue 41, which is the winter 2005 issue, if you are likewise looking for that one. But I'm excited to dig through all of the stuff on this. It's, I think, a wonderful value for what you get, as long as you can access the content from a DVD. So there's that. That's the only haul piece that I'm going to show you in this video. So that's what I've got for you in this Flosstube for today. So it should be fairly short and sweet. Thanks for watching and for sticking through to the end with me. I'm really having a lot of fun filming these, and so I'm excited to keep it up. My next Flosstube should be in about 2 weeks. That's my plan for right now, is a bi-weekly schedule of regular Flosstubes. In the meantime, I'm going to be recording a video about how I've organized my projects, my stash of projects, how I know what flosses I have, what I need, fabrics and stuff like that, just the systems that I use, and then also how that works with my plans for 2024. So I don't do the whip go or specific plans the way that a lot of other Flosstubers do. I think that's fascinating, but it's not really how I've operated so far. So I don't plan to do any of those things this year, but I will show you the way that I think about upcoming projects and maybe what I want to do next, and make sure that I'm ready for among the things that I might want to do next, whatever kind of strikes my fancy to start at. So I'm going to show you all of that, and that will with that I'll show you all of the stuff that I recently kitted up over the break, so that I have a bunch of projects that are pretty much ready to go, and what my plans are with those. So that'll be a Flosstube extra that'll come out in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that. And other than that, I'm just going to be hanging out, getting ready for a really quiet New Year's Eve at home. My husband works at night, and so he was working New Year's Eve. So he works kind of late though, so we can hang out for a little bit at least, and then I'll probably go to bed before midnight. And then getting ready to cook, the traditional black eyed peas, greens, and cornbread on New Year's Day. So gotta have that good luck and prosperity coming for 2024. So that's about it from me. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend and have a happy and healthy new year. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.